Welcome to another episode of the GroupChat Podcast. Today, what were you gonna
I was gonna say we're in Scottsdale, Arizona.
That's true.
Visiting
our friend Mitchie.
our friend
Visiting
Mitchell.
me.
If you recall in our
Mitchie.
first episode, we introduced you guys to Mitchell and we also talked a little bit of shit about him.
We talked some shit about Mitchell, but not a lot.
It wasn't personal.
It definitely was personal.
It wasn't.
Oh,
It was not.
I don't think it was personal.
I think everything that we said, you would say, that's true about me.
yeah,
Right,
probably
right.
would.
Oh my god. I'm gonna pause really quick because I'm gonna adjust mic volumes.
Okay.
Don't hold it that close.
I was just kidding.
You were not just kidding.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
He's bickering already?
Yeah.
I told him not to be mean to me on my own podcast.
Dude.
It's been 1 minute.
It's been, we're 1 minute into the podcast and Mitchell's already bullying Hannah.
What's new?
True.
That's okay.
Nothing. Weed is legal down here.
Facts. That is true. Me and Mo had our first time at a real dispensary.
That's
And it
I
was-
thought it was like a fucking candy store.
Dude.
Our lovely
I
friend
sat
Mitchell.
in the car for a solid 15 minutes.
Dude, the lines were long.
I think we were in there longer than 15 minutes.
100% longer.
I
than
literally
15
think we were in
minutes.
there for like 45 minutes. I don't know why you said 15 minutes.
Dude.
It was not quick.
No.
No.
And we asked somebody in there if there was a bathroom. And she said, I think maybe over there.
That's so, yeah.
We walked over there,
We
there was no
both,
bathroom.
we had to pee so bad the entire time we were in the dispensary. And there was not a bathroom in sight.
What would you rate our dispensary experience on a scale of 1 to 10?
9, because if there was a bathroom, it would have been a 10.
That's so true. But other than that, it was so much fun.
The lady was really nice because we didn't really know what we wanted.
Yeah, we thought that, like, if we got a person that was going to be like, what do you, like, you're such a loser.
Right.
Because we didn't know, like, how any of it worked.
Yeah. Well, why would we?
We wouldn't.
We're from Wisconsin. We don't know this shit.
But it was so fun.
It was fun.
And she was very nice and helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And our sweet friend Mitchell waited in the car.
He did. Let's give Mitchell an introduction.
I thought you were going to say, let's give him a round of applause.
We could.
Thank you, guys.
After Hannah read her poem, I gave her snaps
She
in that
did.
first episode.
She did. It was good. Okay, yeah.
It was a great poem.
Introduce him.
Okay, I'll give them the rundown. Mitchell, we met him through the restaurant that
We all worked at.
we all worked at.
the
and-
good old El Aroma.
Dude, facts.
Good old Alabama.
Anyway, we met him, and we hadn't even known him yet because we just saw that his name like got added to the group chat. And
I'm pretty sure I thought you were a dweeb.
Yeah,
You looked like one in your profile picture.
dude, I never looked at his profile photo.
I think
That's
Like,
not the story
it's-
that Mo has, though.
No.
Well, it's so. What do you mean?
Yeah. What?
Well, just continue.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say that I think my perception of you before I ever actually talked to you was way different than how you actually are.
It's just weird because when we first like met him, we like hated him,
Yeah.
but not for like any reason, like
Any
actual
valid
reason.
reason.
Yeah.
To me, it was a valid reason.
Well, okay. So what happened was Hannah had a volleyball tournament in
Eau Claire.
Eau Claire,
Eau Claire.
which is literally like a 3.5 hour drive away
Yeah.
from Oshkosh.
yeah,
And like 4 hour drive from Fond du Lac, which is where we work.
Yeah, that's true.
So far away.
So she was supposed to be getting like a ride from one of her teammates.
Yeah, at
And-
like 2 p.m. in the afternoon
Yeah.
on a Saturday.
Uh-huh. And she was on call at work, but was just kind of like hoping that she wouldn't get called in because it's rare that you get called in. Really, I would think.
And at this point, I had been working at Roma for what, 2, maybe
Not
3
very-
weeks
I
now.
wouldn't even feel
at
like it
this
was that
point.
long.
Because I had never seen you yet.
Right.
And so it was early.
yeah.
And we used to
So,
work quite a lot. Like when I
Mitchell
worked
was working that morning.
I was on schedule.
He was on the schedule. Mitchell didn't go into work. So,
there. He did call
you
in.
can explain in a minute. Don't even look like
Didn't you have like a valid reason though, like that you
Yes,
weren't even
yes.
supposed to be on the schedule?
Just
Yeah.
hold on, let me
Yep.
finish.
Okay.
So, Mitchell called in, essentially,
Yeah.
and I got called into work, and I was already so upset because I was like, I can't miss my ride to
Right.
this tournament, otherwise I'm gonna have to drive myself.
And then you literally did.
In the toaster.
Dude, in
Well,
the fucking
and I was
toaster.
like, okay, maybe we won't be busy this morning. I can just get cut early.
Right.
It was slammed. I didn't leave work till like 4 p.m.
That's crazy.
I missed my ride by 2 hours. And after work, I bawled on the way home to work and as I got home, and Mo came into my room and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No." I was bawling my eyes out.
She was not okay. I've never seen that girl cry so much. Even when her ex-boyfriend broke up with her.
Because I also had to finish a bunch of homework before I got in the car to drive 4 hours to this volleyball tournament. Yeah. Also, for the volleyball I played, we got reimbursed for gas, right? But my car wasn't, like, registered for it, so I had to pay for all this gas myself. Like, everyone else that drove there, they didn't have to pay for their gas.
Right.
But I did. After working and I got called in, I was in the worst mood, and I remember thinking, this dude Mitchell just ruined my life.
Ruined my life is crazy.
He ruined my life. I was like, this is the worst day ever.
Club volleyball in college.
Mo can literally attest to the fact that I was bawling.
She was not happy. Not in a good mood whatsoever.
Whatever. Flash forward from that experience. Every time I saw Mitchell at work, I literally gave him the dirtiest look. And me and Mo were on a mission to, like, make him
hate his life.
Yeah, or whatever. I don't even know.
It was a bit premeditated.
But then I remember working with him after this, and he had no clue that I didn't like him or that he ruined my life. Right?
Well, how would he?
He wouldn't know. But I remember thinking, I was like, why do I like him so much? I hate that I like him because I want to hate him.
He was actually really nice, obviously.
So then I was like,
wow.
I
saw you guys giving me dirty looks, and I just fucking gave them right back to you.
You did.
Yeah.
But that's just like your personality. But we wouldn't have known that because we didn't even take the time to get to know you.
No, we just...
You hated me.
Well, like from my perspective, yes, I did hate you because you ruined my life that day.
And Mo hated me because you hated me.
Yeah.
Association.
Right.
That's like
Mitchell, why don't you tell that part of the story from now? Like, skip to the next part.
Well, I'll just, like, go back to, the reason I called out. So, this was 2 or 3 weeks, like, literally right after I started working there. Mm-hmm. And when I had my interview with our manager, I told her, I need this weekend off. I have a conference in Chicago that I have to be at.
Right.
And she says, okay, no problem. Well, she puts that schedule out on, the Wednesday before?
Yeah. Totally, she forgot.
And she totally forgot, and I immediately sent her a text saying, hey, I told you in our interview that I need off this weekend, like, I'm going to be down in Chicago, like, either way, I'm not coming in. She was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally sorry, I forgot about it. Just put it in the group chat to see if anybody can pick up the shift, and if not, I will call the on-call in. And I said, okay, perfect. So I put it in the group chat, and nobody picked up the shift.
I will say, I didn't even see that text, and our manager didn't say, can anybody work this day? Because otherwise it would have been like, shoot, I might get called in. I would have been at least a little bit prepared.
Right,
but she knew for like a whole week she was going to call me in and didn't ever tell me.
She never even, normally, because I've had it too where she'll text me. I'm the on-call, and it'll be like 2 days before I'm like on a call or whatever. And she'll text me and say, hey, like so-and-so called in for this day because they're going to be out of town, but like, just giving you the heads up.
Yeah.
You know, but she clearly did not.
She didn't do it this time. And everything that happened just lined up to make it like the worst possible day for me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was a shitty day for Hannah Pam.
Yeah.
So anyways, we come back to work. They're giving me dirty looks. I just give them right back.
Just for fun, we did that.
And
we were being so out of pocket.
Cunty.
It was like the Friday or Saturday of Halloween. And we were all working the same shift together. Mm-hmm. This was like, I think, the first time that us three
all worked the same shift.
True.
Yeah.
And so Mo and Hannah were bartending, and then I was serving. And
it was like right before close. Like everyone was counting their money.
At the end of the shift, like I think I was rolling silverware with someone, and Hannah walks up to me with her phone open to Snapchat. Mind you, she doesn't say a single word to me.
I literally didn't.
I'm sitting at the end of the booth. Hannah walks up and she just goes...
And imagine...
Big smile on her face.
Someone who has been glaring at you your entire shift comes up to you at the end of the shift and does
It's like we were both testing each other to see if anyone was going to break.
And that's Mitchell's
and neither of us broke, and then I think we were like, okay, the respect.
Yeah.
We gained respect for each other.
It was like a little game.
I mean, like, I was like...
Everything was unspoken.
I was, like, the new guy at the job, so I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna try and, like, at least make some friends. Like, I knew that I was gonna be working this job, like, for quite a while. I mean, I was planning on finishing college, but that didn't happen. But...
we could get into that.
Yeah.
But, anyways, I mean, I worked there for, like, a year and a half, so I was like, you know, like, might as well, like, make friends. So I was like, whatever, fuck it.
Not these bitches. They're rude.
So I, like, added myself on her phone, and then she just walked away all happy, back to the bar to go talk to Mo again.
And I will say, me and Mo literally sat at the bar before I walked over, and I was like, one of us said, like, we should really get his, like, contact information.
I feel like it was me.
I was like, I hate to say it, but I agree.
Well, and even, like, now that we've been friends for a while, like, we always knew Roma as, like, they had to hire, like, the good-looking bitches. There was not, like, a single, like...
They've always had an attractive staff. Until these days.
Until, like, the past, like, 6 months.
Until we started working there. No.
And, like, even though they both hated me, Mo, like, always used to tell me, like, when we became friends, they're like, I just walked back there, and you were the best-looking guy that was on that serving team.
It's true.
And I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, I did say that.
Mitchell,
obviously,
he serves like his life depends on it.
Hell yeah, I will.
But anyways,
Mitchell into that.
I really do. And guess what? I make fucking money.
He does.
He makes bank.
Fucking
Fucking money, dude.
So, me and Mo went home after this, after we exchanged Snapchats, to get ready to go to this house party. Mind you, we decided to dress as Mr. Clean.
Both of us.
We wanted to do a stupid costume, and our choices were literally like Smurfs, Mr. Clean,
SpongeBob.
and like something stupid. And we chose Mr. Clean, so we were both bald that night.
But
so,
it's hard to get bald caps on when you have a full head of hair.
and you're not a trained
bald cap applicator.
So, I get back to my, like, dorm room. I change.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like, okay, guys, I'm on my way over.
our apartment was like a 10-minute walk from his dorm.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you walked, right? I think you walked.
I think I did walk.
Over.
Yep.
And we literally, like, had never, ever talked, us three. Like, we just knew that we wanted to hang out with him.
There was no words.
Mind you, it took me a fat minute to find their apartment door.
I don't blame you.
Mitchell knocked on the door, and we were like, come in.
Dude, we did.
And me and Mo were in the bathroom, screaming at each other, yanking bald caps, trying to put them on.
Like, wrapping tape around our heads. Super glue.
We were so annoyed because we didn't know how to put on the bald caps.
Screaming at each other
So
back and
the
forth.
scene that Mitchell came into, like, first time, like, let me try hanging out with these two girls, is us bickering, yanking bald caps on each other, trying to get them on.
And scarfing Trulies down our throats.
And emergency, because I was really sick.
That's true, I remember that. Oh my god, but it was crazy. And he just, like, walked in, like, in his, like, half-assed construction worker outfit.
Yeah.
And was like, yeah, I fuck with this.
He was like, hey
And
guys, he didn't question it.
No.
I sat my ass right down on your bed.
You literally
He did.
You did. You just started hanging out. You were like, okay, just another day.
Yeah. So Mitchell did ditch all of his friends.
Did we even tell him what our costume was that night before he came over?
I don't know.
I don't think that we did, yeah.
Nope.
That's hilarious.
It was a
That's even
surprise to me.
funnier.
He was supposed to go out with his friends for Halloween, obviously.
I can't
And he
believe
said, no, I'm just going to go hang out with these two
random
I didn't even
girls.
go out on Friday, I don't think, and that's why like my costume was half-assed because I was like, oh, am I even gonna go out tonight? Like I knew like work was gonna be late, so I was like, oh, I might just like chill. But then like my roommate had fucking people over, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get the fuck out.
That makes sense. I just think it's so funny that you did ditch people or any other plans that you could have possibly made to come chill with two random bimbos that you met through work and have never spoken to.
Yeah. And we
Who
went
have been
to,
glaring at you for weeks.
I don't know, a couple house parties that night together, and it was
so
so
fun.
much fun. And we had known Mitchell for literally at that point like 4 hours.
It hadn't even
Literally
hit
4 hours. And I remember every time we would like lose him in the party, we would run around bald, screaming, Mitchell! Where are you, Mitchell? And we're like, he thinks we're so weird. We're screaming through this party to find him.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me of the time that we were all at the bar, Molly's, and you got on my back. She was on my back, and we were yelling, Mitchell! Across the bar. And literally these dudes around us, who were probably gonna hit on us, let's be real, because they thought oh, look, 2 bitches. They started
Two
yelling for
dumb
Mitchell as
girls.
well. And it was so funny. We had all these dudes around us as Hannah's like on
We had
my
like we're
shoulders.
forming an army.
Yes.
And then they thought like once they helped
Yeah.
us find our friend Mitchell, they were gonna like get to talk to us, and we literally darted away with
We
you.
ran.
We used them and then we left.
We did.
Because we did find you. We
We
did. Find
did.
you.
We found him.
But yeah, no. So back to the Halloween story. We just had so much fun that night, like together.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a long night, and we were just down for the ride. And we knew that it was like just us 3 going around. Like there wasn't like.
Even like I
mean,
there was
our other friends were there too, but it was
that
like we
one
just
house party
knew like
where
that
I was
we.
like, I found one of my other friends.
Yeah.
And we started playing Pong against like these 2 other people. These 2 are in the center of the table. I
Dressed
think
as
there's
Mr.
like
Clean.
one on each side, one of you guys on each side of the
wearing
table.
all white and a bald cap.
They had their Mr. Clean magic erasers in their hands. Filthy as fuck.
They were
Mind
black.
you, the house parties we went to were filthy, so we were wearing all white, but at this point, there was stains all over our clothes.
I remember that my magic eraser was so dirty, but I put it in my pocket of my white jeans.
Yeah.
And it stained the pocket of those white jeans in seconds.
So,
was
so
filthy.
we were
Yeah.
playing Pong.
Chlamydia on that eraser.
Please.
Every STD you could think of was on that eraser.
No, it was.
I created a new form of bacteria.
You really did.
Thank you.
But we were playing Pong, one of them on each side. And, I mean, the table has, like, alcohol all over it. So they're going, Mr. Dirty! Mr. Dirty! And
Mr. Dirty! Mr. Dirty! Mr. Dirty!
Like,
they're
let me
like-
get that for you. We were
and they were, like,
scrubbing
wiping it
the
off.
table.
And then the other the people that we were playing against were like, guys, like, can you please stop?
No, this girl
So
was like
what?
getting more and more mad every time we did it.
Because then she would say, guys, can you please stop? And you guys would be like, oh, yeah. And then what you would end up doing was you would wring out your magic eraser on the table and do the
Nasty.
same
While
thing
they were playing
over.
Pong, we would wait for them to shoot, and while they were like resetting, we would go in there and do that.
We would be wringing it out because there was like obviously like water and beer all over the table from like what was in the cups from Pong. And like, I mean, anybody else's drinks that they would set down. So we were actually soaking up all of this nasty shit. Into our erasers,
We were.
squeezing it out, which it was black. The moment it touches the eraser, it's now a black liquid.
Mm-hmm.
And cleaned it up again.
And we would just go right back in.
She asked us to stop, like at least 4 or 5 times, and
Probably more than that.
I didn't feel like myself that night. I
No.
felt like I was playing a character,
It was an out of body experience.
and the character was a true menace.
Yeah. And it was just so funny because sometimes throughout the night, like the night before, we dressed up as the Winx Fairies. And it was like a really awesome costume.
It was
we
amazing.
We looked hot. We looked good. Like, I mean, we actually looked like girlies on girly Halloween.
We
you know
looked
what I mean?
adorable.
So cute.
You looked
We
like
did it with
sluts.
our.
We looked like sluts.
We looked like sluts, but we were so cute, and we did it with our roommate Maddie. So we did the 3 Winx Fairies, and we slayed.
We all looked great.
Yeah.
But anyway, randomly throughout the night, when guys would come up and talk to us as we were dressed as Mr. Clean, we looked fucking hideous.
Ugly.
And that's okay.
But that was the
because
fun of it because no one knew who we were.
Right.
Nobody would recognize us.
And then we would show them who we were. So we basically blew our cover. But we would like be like, would you believe us if we looked, or if we told you this was us last night? And we'd like show them like a photo of us from the night before. And I mean, seriously, jaws were to the floor.
And every single one of my friends, the night you guys were Mr. Clean, said, I want to hang out with them. When are they going to come over again? They literally fucking did.
That is so funny.
We were fun that night. We were super fun that night.
We were fucking wild in.
They said, those 2 girls that you were with on Halloween, I said, yeah. They said, I want to hang out with them.
My head's gonna get big. Stop
So
talking.
big.
No. Me, I'm like this.
I'll humble you. That's all right.
You always
We
do.
know.
Hannah humbled me today when we went for our hike.
We humbled each other.
No.
I just want to say, before we get into anything else, I just want to say what Hannah said to me today, and she told me that I would fail a pinch test with flying colors.
I'm gonna be so dead honest. I don't
Flying
even know what a pinch test is.
colors.
A pinch test is when you go like this and you squeeze their belly fat.
It tests your body fat percentage.
I've never heard of that before.
Okay, but you told me I'd fail one with flying colors.
I just said it.
You should know what you're talking about before you start saying shit like that for real.
I know.
Because
I know.
that could really hurt somebody's feelings.
It's okay. Mitchell told me I was a fat little
So,
child.
so we went on a hike today, and every time they would like stop and take a break, they're like, Mitchell, why aren't you out of breath? And I said,
He's gonna
like I don't.
He's gonna brag that he wasn't out of breath. Whatever.
Like I don't. Like I'm just not. Like whatever. Maybe it was. Who knows? But anyways, we were getting like pretty much back because we went to the top and then went back down another way, but then the trail ended up being closed, so we had to go back up the way that we came. Right. And Hannah was like, guys, like I just need to take another break.
Well, mind you, I asked them if we were close to the top every like 10 seconds, and they would go, yes, we're literally at the top. And then I would turn the corner and it would be this steep.
You can't throw me under that bus though, because honestly, majority of the time, it was always Mitchell answering yes, we're at the top. And I would just kind of nod along. Like a stupid little child.
Whatever, it doesn't really matter.
But, Mitchell, say what you
So then, like, after we got done taking, like, the last break that we took, and I said, Hannah, there's gonna be, like, no more breaks. And I said, I'm gonna tell you what my parents told me when I was a fat little child.
You said it like, I'm gonna tell you what my parents told me when I was
when
you insinuated that you were saying it to me because I was a fat little child.
And what they always said
you wanted me to feel
seen.
Yeah.
Right.
He said, I was a fat kid once. I know what you're going through.
It's okay, Hannah. I was also a fat kid once upon a time when I was 9.
Yeah. No, literally.
And I said, Hannah, if we don't take any more breaks, we'll make it to the car faster.
It's true, though.
It is true.
It doesn't, whatever.
Realistically. How was your cardio today?
It was fine.
Want to do another one tomorrow?
Sure.
Dude, we're all jazzercise.
Do you think I'm really fat or something?
No.
He's talking to you like that.
Oh my god. Anyways, can we continue our friendship story?
Yeah. Sorry. Swinging back to our story. Where were we?
Well, this was after Halloween. So
I said my head was
basically,
getting it fixed.
I think
we had to pause.
Halloween was the first time that we obviously all hung out or talked to each other, period.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we hung out with Mitchell, like...
I think it was like a
every
couple
day
days.
after that.
No. There was like... We hung out with
there was like one
two or three more times, like alone, like just us three. Like
right.
we invited him over.
Because then after Christmas
hang out.
break, I went home.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see you guys until like middle of January because my birthday was...
Yeah, you came down for your birthday.
Came up like a couple days after my birthday, and that was like us celebrating that.
Yeah,
and that was like...
We got him a birthday gift and he left it at my house for like months. But anyway.
I think some of the games that we got him are literally still at the apartment.
Yeah, but
like,
anyways.
to this day.
So we hung out with him like a couple more times, but not like... It was like a regular hangout. It was like random times or whatever.
Yeah.
And then... Mitchell, why don't you tell this part of the story?
What part of the story?
Like, just like when you came back to school.
Oh, yeah. So, like, I came back to school after Christmas break. This was, like, beginning of February. And, like, we would hang out, I would say, like, 3 or 4 times a week.
But I almost feel like it wasn't even to start. Like, we hung out a couple days in a row at the beginning. Mm-hmm. And then it was, like, literally, like, the 5th day of us hanging out. And me and Mo, you weren't over. It was just me and Mo. And we were like, wow, I really wish Mitchell was here. Even though we've hung out with him the past 4 days. Yeah. So then we texted you at like 12:30 a.m. Do you want to come over? And you said, yeah, on my way.
You were already in your car.
I jumped out of bed and I said, bye, Landon. I'll see you later.
Yeah. You were like, see you, roomie. Gotta go hang out with my bitches.
Gradually happened after that?
So, my roommate, I would say, like, just kind of, like, backtracking a little bit. My roommate was, like, decent, like, first semester.
No hate.
And, like, we got along perfectly fine. And then we come back for, like, second semester. And, like, we still, like, got along. But, like, he ended up having, like, 10 to 12 people in my room every single night.
Literally. Until,
like, 4 or 5 a.m. So, like, I would come home from work and I would just be like, okay, like, I have to get homework done. Yeah. Like, I just want to have, like, a chill night.
And you worked, like, literally almost every day of the week.
Every
So it was like you wanted to come home to, like, a quiet place.
Right.
So...
And so pretty much, like, whenever they texted, I was like, okay, like, I can barely sit down in my own room anyway, so, like, I'm just gonna go hang out with
And
them.
you would just end up staying the night, like, in our living room or whatever.
Yeah. And, I mean, your dorm was extremely small. I know most dorms are, like, small, but yours was literally, like,
it was
a square inch.
It was
And they, like,
terrible.
kept getting in trouble every night.
Because there was, like, I think it was 4 meetings that I had to have because... I would, like, get home from work, and, like, 2 minutes later, the RAs would walk in and be like, okay, guys, like, I see alcohol. You guys are getting written out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, like,
and
luckily,
you literally, like, have your apron still on.
Yeah.
Right.
I had my work shirt on. Like, I haven't even changed yet.
Like, it's clearly
and
not
luckily,
your responsibility.
our manager was like, she sent me like all like my time cards, and then they were like to see like when I like scanned into the building. So it's like every meeting was like, okay, like yeah, you weren't involved in this, like you can go.
Yeah.
But you still had to go to all of them because it was your
annoying
room.
and inconvenient. Correct.
That you even had to go through.
Yes, absolutely annoying and inconvenient.
But yeah, so like we hung out like those like 4 or 5 days consecutively, and then all of a sudden I was like, okay, like I might as well just spend the night. Like, well, first of all, I'm hammered.
Well, right.
Yeah, because I mean, every time Mitchell would come over, we would just drink wine or like make whatever kind of drink we wanted to have. So like, yeah, that's all I had to say there.
Like the next week, I ended up like basically moving in.
You did.
Like it was like so gradual.
It was
until the point where it was full blown. Like
he lived.
Like I had like my little area where all my clothes were like
in like the corner of Hannah's room. She literally put a cart there.
Well, yeah, like I had this cart in my room. And then one time they were gone, like at work, and I like cleared it off, and I was like, Mitchell can just keep his things on this little cart in my room, and he literally did. He had his whole pile, and then like Mo cleared out half of her closet for Mitchell to hang up his things. Like it was hilarious, gradual. But then it was full blown. I had my own shampoo and
conditioner and body wash.
Dude, yeah,
my toothbrush, my colognes, deodorant, all in the bathroom.
So he would like when he would come home, it was our apartment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he never paid rent there. He was just like hanging out, basically mooching. But 100% stopped. Mooching. Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, like I wouldn't call it. It
wasn't like we didn't want him there. He was mooching because it was half forced. Like we forced him to mooch off of us.
The amount of words that were just incorrect that came out of your mouth.
Shut up.
Because even like both of you guys said, like Mitchell, like if it's not good over there, like you can just stay with us, you know?
I think that was also us just trying to be like,
care.
We wanted you there.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Like we were forcing you to mooch off of us.
Yes,
to a point. Please, and you were like, I love being forced to do this.
We were like, come here, Mitchell.
It was like he was our son.
We would be like talking even more shit about his roommate, I think, when he was around, just because then we were trying to be like, dude, don't forget you have a shitty roommate.
Don't forget who raised you, type of thing.
Us.
We raised him.
But he would cook us dinner Monday nights. That was like his thing.
That was my day off.
That was, yeah. So he would always cook us dinner on Monday nights.
And they were always amazing. Always, every time it was possible, we would carpool together to work.
Well, yeah.
So that was also a plus.
Whenever we started telling like customers at work that Mitchell was living with us, they were always like, what the fuck? They always thought it was so weird.
Sorry about the changing camera. Everything's going swimmingly over here.
Right. Yeah, we had to switch to the iPad, which sucks.
One day we'll get this right, but it's not today.
Not quite yet.
So he moved in for like basically the entire spring semester of his freshman year.
Yeah.
And then obviously once the semester was up, he went back to go live with his parents. And it was like so quiet around the apartment, I remember.
I could not believe how much of a difference you made at our apartment, because I just know like we were like, oh, like we'll still see Mitchell every now and then. Like it's not gonna be that big.
See him at work and whatever.
It was so dead there. Every single day we would wake up and go,
where's chaos?
Mitchell? I miss Mitchell. Like the vibes were just not the same.
I'm gonna just retell the story because I don't know if I got cut off.
Yeah.
But one time when me and Mitchell were at work, this is when we lived together. He was leaving early and I had to stay like till close or whatever. And he came up and to the bar because I was bartending and gave me a hug as he was leaving. And I was like, all right, love you, see you at home. And there were customers at the bar and they were like, okay, they're a couple. And then I went over to them and I was like, I know what that looked like, but like it's not what you think.
Because you started to realize how bad that looked.
Right.
Not bad, but you know.
And then also my literal boyfriend did also work there. So
yes.
Like,
that
people were probably so confused at times, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But it's whatever because we all knew what was happening.
All the regulars knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. So that was just a funny story because I was like, people genuinely thought that like Mitchell was getting with one of us.
Yeah.
Or if not both of us at different periods of time.
Probably.
That was never the case, ever. So.
I feel like everybody probably thinks that has happened.
Yeah.
As in, like, people that we know from work.
It's not even been 1% close to happening.
No.
Mitchell's
never.
Like, no.
Never, ever. The reason that we're in Arizona, obviously, is to visit Mitchie. So, of course, he grew up in Wisconsin, but then Arizona
fucking
was
born
just...
and raised.
It was his calling.
It was his calling.
The way I said that was so annoying.
What made you decide to move down here? Or when did you realize that you really, really wanted to do it? Like, just pull trigger.
I applied to colleges down here when, like my senior year of high school. I got into U of A and ASU. But then once, like, they quoted me, like, the money that I, like, tuition.
Yeah.
And, like, room and board. For, like,
fuck that.
Room and board is crazy expensive.
For the whole, like, for 1 year, it was $63,000.
Like, if you take away the room and board, it's, like, literally so much less.
It was fucking insane. And it's, like, room and board, like, you have to live on campus for at least 2 years. Mm-hmm. So it's, like, I couldn't even get out of it somehow.
And one thing about Mitchell is, like, he's a really bougie man. Like, his standards for, like, what he wants in life are, like, all the way up here.
He's not just
But he's not just gonna make some crazy, like, stupid financial decision. No. You know what I mean? Like,
sometimes.
He wants to.
But not, like, that crazy stupid. You know, like, I'm just gonna go here, like, no.
Spend, like, $250,000 on college. An education.
Yeah. Especially considering the fact that he didn't even end up finishing college.
Right.
Well, yeah.
He is very successful still. He makes a lot of money serving because he's an amazing guy. And also, he's doing a real estate course.
Oh, yeah.
Especially now that he's down here.
And I'm all set up with the brokerage, which is awesome. I'm so
amazing.
excited for it. So, hopefully by, like, the end of March.
Real estate is such a good area to get into.
It is.
A good field.
You can make so much money.
Much money.
And it's not even the, like, buying and selling properties. It's, like, once you get used to it and have, like, that money that you can kind of, like, play around with. Right. It's, like, okay, now I'm going to go and buy this home. Yeah. Like, this property is, like, a rental. And, like, okay, there's an extra $2,000 in my pocket every month that I'm making, like, on profit.
Dude, right. And it's just kind of crazy to, like, especially because it was you and I that used to watch Selling Sunset together all the time. Not that, I mean, those kinds of properties are crazy. Like, that doesn't really
out in, like, LA
just happen for, like, anybody. But, like, Mitchell, you have so much experience with, like, sales. And I think that anybody that works in, like, the customer service industry, like, does. Mm-hmm. Especially, like, at restaurants. Like, if you can just sell anything, like, you have a way of talking to people. You know what I mean? So. Right. I feel like you'll be very successful and be good at whatever you end up doing.
Yeah, but it was, like, this summer that, like, I really realized that I was, like, okay, like, after, like, the winter that I had in Wisconsin prior, like, when we had, like, that polar vortex come through and it was, like, fucking -40 out with the wind chill.
Yeah, that's when it was during that winter storm that my tire blew out and went off the rim, and I drove, if you know me, this is literally not a shock whatsoever, I drove over a mile with my tire flat off the rim, like, into the Target parking lot like a dumb bimbo.
Like, was so flat.
It was so loud, and I remember thinking, what's going, like, my car is always, something always happening, but I never know what it is.
She just
then I called my dad when I parked at the Target. And I said, there's something wrong with my car. Seriously wrong with my car.
Didn't even get out.
Hold on. And then I was like, he's never let me finish. So. Cut me off, what I'm saying. I don't want to finish it.
Finish it.
I'm cutting this. That pissed me off. I don't want that story.
It was like, after, like, the winter that they had in Wisconsin, like, last year. And then my brother lives down here. That's, like, one of, like, the reasons why I wanted to come down was, like, okay. Or one of the things that would make it easier. I had, like, friends from high school that live down here. Right. Or that go to school down here. But then my brother lives down here, and he has for, like, 7 years. So originally we were going to get an apartment together. Right. And when I came down in July, like, we looked at apartments together, and we were like, okay, we found, like, 2 that we really like. And then, like, 3 days after I got back up to Wisconsin from, like, that trip, he called me. And, like, I kind of had, like, a gut feeling about this, too. And I was like, maybe, like, I shouldn't get an apartment with him. Like, we're kind of, like, at, like, different points in life. Like, he's 27 now. Right. And I, like, just turned 20.
Right.
So it's, like, okay. And plus, like, he has a girlfriend.
That is a huge difference.
Yeah. Did it kind of throw you for a loop, though? When it kind of came to, like, rent and, like, that kind of stuff? Did you feel, like, not blindsided, but, like, oh, fuck type of thing? Like, I should figure this out? Or were you just like, whatever?
Like, when? Like, when I first moved in, like, here now?
No. Or, like, when you and him decided that you weren't going to live together anymore.
I think,
like,
it made me nervous. It made me nervous because it is so much more, but then after, like, I was, like, working full-time, like, at the restaurants, and I saw how much money I was making, I'm like, okay, like, I have nothing to worry about.
True.
Like, if I'm working full-time down there anyways, I'm making the same, if not more money, than I am up there. So it's like, if I can do it right now, I'll be able to do it then.
Right. That's
So,
true.
I mean,
And at
it's
that point,
like-
you weren't even doing it. You weren't paying rent, so you were just saving up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that helped with like a lot of like moving costs.
So you worked full time for like
9 months.
yeah.
A little bit less, like 8 months ish.
Yeah.
You were like seriously every single day you were working.
Yeah.
When
doubles
before
every
you
day
left.
doubles at 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he worked
Like
at
pretty much like Mondays were my day off.
Plus your jazzercise shit.
Yeah, I worked
True.
a double at Jugs on Tuesdays. It was normally a double at Roma Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Which is insane.
And
That would
then
go
a
crazy.
those are
double-
long hours, long doubles.
A double at Jugs, then Saturday, Sunday.
And like
And then Mondays I had off.
It's nuts.
you know, you can say a lot of things about Mitchell, but you can't say that he's not a hard worker.
Dude, he kicks
Storm.
ass. And I could
He
never.
kicks absolute ass, way more ass than me and Mo combined times 2.
Me and
at
Hannah don't
times.
have enough ass to even.
Kick. But Mitchell has
Compensate.
endless ass to kick, seriously.
Mitchell has so much ass, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Yeah, and you teach jazzercise, which is early mornings.
Yeah.
So
I was
you
teaching
do,
at 5:45.
and then you would work a double
AM.
immediately after that.
Which
Like
is
Monday,
nuts.
Wednesday, Friday.
And then he would come up to hang out with us, and then would have to leave at like 4 in the morning to go back jazzercise, then go to a double again.
Yeah.
So
I would have said no to every single person.
Although
who would
most of
ever
the times
ask.
I came up, I wouldn't have to teach the next morning.
That's true.
I did try and plan it out because I was like, no way in hell am I leaving that
can you
early.
like explain a little bit of like how when you were a kid, like how you got into jazzercise with your mom?
Yeah. So my mom's been doing it since
I've heard you tell this, but I don't really
like
remember.
1994. So she's been doing it for like ever.
Like teaching for that long, or just taking the
just
classes?
taking classes for that long.
Yeah. And I feel like that was so in back then, like for
Yeah.
people to do, like especially like younger people, because now it's like a lot of older people doing
Mm-hmm.
jazzercise, so they just kind of grew up with it.
Pop.
Don't mind us.
Sorry.
But so she's been doing it for like a long time, and she even did it when she was pregnant with both me and my younger brother.
And Mitchell's mom is hot.
Move.
She's banging.
Move.
So that jazzercise is jazzercising for
Move.
sure. Anyways, that's she's a MILF.
But she took a class the night before I was born, so
That's crazy.
Dude.
She's a warrior.
So,
ready
like,
to pop.
her
Yeah.
the morning like after at like 3 a.m. her water broke, and like she went into
Dude,
the hospital.
She's
like,
crazy.
You were born
hmm
to jazzercise.
And Mitchie
And
was
then like there's like a childcare room in the back, so like every time like she would go, she would just bring me with, and there was like a babysitter back there. But like then like as like I started like getting older, I'm like, okay, like I have to come to this anyways.
right.
I don't want to sit in this room anymore.
Dude, you literally
like
learned
how
to,
old though? Like how old were you when you started doing that?
6,
He knew how to jazzercise before he could walk.
pretty much.
Well, he was introduced like so exposed to it from literally birth. So
Yeah.
Dude's got rhythm.
hella
So yeah, I
rhythm.
started doing it at like 6. I started taking classes. Yeah, I was like 6 or
There's
7.
no other kids there, just you.
No, just
My
So cute. Imagine little Mitchie in the jazzercise class.
so normal.
So
I
normal.
honestly think that
Is
if
there
we
videos of that?
threw you in a ballet class now,
you would thrive.
fucking
you
ballet.
eat.
No.
I think your endurance.
Mitchell,
I can't stand on my
Your-
toes like
Your
that.
pointed toes.
No,
dude,
but like in a beginner ballet class, you would get up to level 4.
you'd
fast.
figure it out.
True.
True.
I just with your toe point is insane, and
He's
his footwork go crazy,
Mhm.
dude. Seriously, that shit's actually so hard,
So hard.
so fucking hard.
I
Every
was
single
trying so
time.
hard not to laugh the whole
You-
class.
Yeah, we went to.
Me and Mo, we took a jazzercise class from Mitchell while we were down here a couple days ago, and
Yeah.
it was so hard. And Mo was in front of me, and she kept turning around and being like, "What the fuck?" She'd be like, "I'm gonna kill Mitchell," and Mitchell's on the stage, like literally kicking our ass.
Dude was
He
never
was so fast and so on point, and
You didn't huff or puff once.
me and Mo were dead.
Dude, and I seriously, these
And,
old ladies,
They didn't break a sweat either.
they didn't know. They were eating.
They
They were dominating.
They've been
It
doing
was
that
insane.
for a long time.
But I never would have thought. I mean, I'm not one to sit here and say that I've got hella endurance because I do not.
But we thought we had a better endurance than we do. That's
Thought
for
it was
sure.
way better than that.
So what happened after 6 years old?
So I was just like taking classes, and then it was like 3rd grade. One of like the other instructors was
grade.
like, "Oh, Mitchell, like you should audition for like the junior jazzercise taping team." And
It's
I'm just
crazy.
like, "Well, what's that?"
Literally, what is that?
So, like, they told me, and then, like, my mom was like, well, I mean, like, I'm not gonna fly out to California and have you audition.
Right.
Valid.
Because it's, like,
Random.
why would you spend the money? Like, if, like, you don't make it, then it's like, okay, like, I just spent all that money for, like, nothing, you know?
Uh-huh.
They're like, oh, well, you can, like, tape a video and send it in to corporate, and they'll review
Just
it
have
there.
video somewhere.
I
probably sitting somewhere on
need
VHS.
to see it. I need to see it.
Maybe.
I would. How old were you when you taped this?
What are you in 3rd grade? Like 9?
8?
See, whenever somebody says like, "Oh, how old were you in blah 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 grade?" I'm like, I don't fucking know.
That's why I just say,
You know
oh,
what
I
I
was at,
mean?
like in 3rd grade. You
Yeah.
know? 'Cause I
I would
have no
love to.
idea.
If we find that, like, I think we should.
I could text my mom.
Please text her. I want to see it.
But so like I
At
taped the
some
video,
point.
I sent it in, and there was like over 500 people or like children that sent in a video to audition,
Right.
and I was one of 10 that made it.
That's
They said
insane.
they saw your tape and watched 5 seconds and went, "He's in.
He's in, dude. They did.
He's in."
There's no
So-
other way.
There was like, they had like videos sent out like every like 3 months for like the instructors to learn like these new songs or whatever, and then like the juniors was at the end. Like there was sometimes like centers that would do like a junior class where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, like bring like 20 kids in, and it's like 2 or 3 hours on like a Friday or Saturday night, just like get them out of the house.
Yeah.
So that was like what my video was made for.
Right.
So I went out in 3rd grade, 4th grade, and 5th grade.
That's crazy.
I taped 3 videos, and then they were sent to like all the instructors around the world.
Right.
Dude,
And then
that's insane.
so I did that, and then I just kept on taking class up until I was 18, and then right when I was 18, I certified to be an instructor, because it's like you have to be 18 because it's like a legal agreement.
Right.
That's crazy.
And when
And
did your
that's
mom
that.
become an instructor? Like,
She became an instructor. It was pretty much right when I went out to California.
yeah, like around the same time. She was like,
Yeah.
"We're doing
Well,
this."
so
She was like, I love this.
when I was born, the owner of the Jazzercise was the nurse that helped deliver me.
No way. That's awesome.
So right after
He has so many connections, it's crazy.
Right
So
after
many.
my mom had me, the Jazzercise owner and like the nurse, she walked in with paperwork for my mom to be an instructor. She's like, okay, like your baby's
After
born.
you were born.
Your baby's
After I was-
born. Time.
All right, so now
Suit
that that's out of the way,
Pretty much.
that is insane.
She was like, do you want to be an instructor? My mom's like, no, not right now.
Right.
well, right.
Because weren't you?
She's literally
Your
going through that
mom's first baby?
postpartum.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so
So yeah, it
crazy.
was like I was in like 3rd grade when
So
she
did
got
she
certified.
credit Jazzercise for
So like,
stripping all of her baby weight?
you immediately at 18 you started teaching,
Mhm.
Okay.
and you've been teaching ever since.
Mhm.
Did you say something? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
It's okay.
Are you sure?
I said that as a joke, yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm cutting that because that was embarrassing for me.
I want to know what you said.
Did you say? I went. I forget what I said. I said. I don't know, but it was something so random and stupid. And then I went, okay.
So I thought I heard that and I was like, oh, did I miss?
No.
what you said?
I wasn't like being a bitch.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
You guys continue. What you would say?
So you've just always loved jazzercise.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's always been like your
It is
form
fun.
of exercise. It is a fun thing to do, but it is hard.
Dude, but the lady in front of us, she was so into it. It was crazy.
She not
She
only was
didn't
she
miss
so
a
into it, she
goddamn
was so
beat.
accurate.
Yes. I mean, seriously, her elbows went crazy.
You would die to see the way that these old ladies worship Mitchell.
Oh my God, they love it.
Anywhere he
They
goes,
do worship
any center he works at, they fall in love.
It's true.
They fall in love. And Mitchell doesn't play.
No. You've been down here for like a month. Just hit him up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's already a celebrity there. And me and Mo were treated like celebrities when we went there.
I didn't even think anyone, like, I didn't think that you would have
Well,
brought
I
it
like
up.
let them know, like, hey guys, like I have friends from Wisconsin coming down. I'm sure they'll be taking a class or two, like when they come down.
Right.
And they're like, oh
Why
my
wouldn't
gosh,
we?
I can't wait. Blah, blah, blah.
That's so, I love them.
Because I taught like that Thursday morning, like the morning right after you guys got here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, where are they?
They were pissed. They were so pissed.
We were in bed.
And then I was like,
we were sleeping.
well, guys, like,
Dude, we were.
they were like kind of tired. They had a long flight yesterday. We were drinking some wine last night, and
That's so amazing.
they were like, oh, okay, it's
Like,
fine.
how real you are.
They were so into it. And when we got there, everyone was so nice.
But I do
They
have
were
to
so
say
sweet to us.
that, like, all the ladies that are at this Jazzercise Center in
The
Scottsdale
Scottsdale.
are so, like, no offense to you guys, Wisconsin, but like the ladies that were there were just like not they weren't so friendly. I have blank stares coming at me right now. Like I'm
like
just
the ones in Wisconsin weren't as
yeah,
friendly?
yeah.
There was like 2 or 3 really nice ladies in Wisconsin.
And I just loved the vibes more of these ladies.
There was
down
also
here.
like literally only 4 ladies there when we went, which was
True.
great. Because me and Mo were easily the most the people that were in the least amount of shape in the room, which was so humbling.
I
Because
wouldn't
these
say out of
ladies,
shape. I would just say like least coordinated. You know.
Did you say the word? I looked at you to kind of clarify what he just said, and your hand was already over your mouth.
I love that. No, you're right though. You're right. No, we weren't coordinated at all. At all.
So those ladies
My
were
mom
so
kept asking
old.
me for videos because she loves Mitchell jazzercising. Like, she thinks it's the coolest thing in the world. So when I told her we were going to take a jazzercise class, she asked me every day, did you go to the class yet? Can you send videos? Don't forget to take videos. And I didn't take a single video during the class because obviously I was getting my ass kicked by instructor Mitchell.
Too busy.
I was way too busy.
Can't talk right now.
And my mom said that's understandable.
We got our asses beat.
Yeah, it was
Seriously. I was like,
well, it was fun, but I also hated like every second of it at the same
my
time. And I kept
face
checking the
was
clock.
so red after that.
Your face was red.
It was
Your face was very red.
And Mitchell's was also very red. But
That
that's
was
also
very-
but there's nothing wrong with that because during the entire class he looked like he wasn't even out of breath whatsoever.
No, not once.
But by the end he was very
I
sweaty.
was very sweaty.
So I made up a quiz of 10 questions. They're questions that I think you guys should be able to know. Okay? So we're gonna see.
Is it asking Mo how many states there are?
They
I
are
will fail
a lot
with
of them
flying
are
colors.
American history questions. And if you saw the first episode, are you for real?
I didn't want them on anymore. They were too chunky. Continue.
So I don't even know where to start now. I made up a quiz for Mo and Mitchell, and I'm just gonna get started with it. It's a lot of them are U.S. history, but there's a few that I just threw in.
God damn
They're 10
it.
questions.
Dude, literally what? What's
Why
your
is there
problem?
U.S. history?
Because you live in the U.S. I just want to see if you know these things. That in my mind, people know.
Okay.
So I want Mo to answer each question first, and then Mitchell, or we can flip back and forth. But I don't want you guys to answer at the same time.
Okay.
Can we like talk between each other if we don't know?
No.
Probably not.
No.
It's a quiz.
That's called cheating.
Yes,
That's why I
and
left my last job.
you would know because you're a cheater. That's what I was gonna bring up.
Fired.
For
No,
cheating.
I walked out.
Because he cheated.
After he got fired, he walked out.
I didn't even get fired.
I know,
They
I'm
said
kidding.
to come back. And I said, no, team two. Okay, Hannah, go.
Hannah, quiz time. First question. Shoot.
Okay. Question number 1. Or if you want to raise your hand,
Okay.
if you think you know it.
Okay.
Don't blurt it out. That sounds
Okay.
like a better idea.
Okay.
Okay, the first question I have for the quiz between Mo and Mitchell. What are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution called as a total? The first 10 amendments. They have a name. Mitchell?
The 10 Amendments.
No. Incorrect.
Can you
That was a good
repeat the
guess.
question?
Yes. The question is, what are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution called?
The Constitution of America.
Okay, both wrong. So you guys are both at 0 points. The answer is the Bill of Rights.
And whatever.
Okay.
You guys know that song with the bill on the hill?
No.
It's like it was a video that they would show us to teach us how the bill gets passed. You guys ever never showed that video?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
You'd be like, my name is Bill. That's all I remember.
Question 2.
remember.
Question 2. The score is currently 0-0.
Thanks.
Name the 3 branches of the U.S. government.
Judicial.
Okay.
Legislative.
Yeah, this is great. And the... I don't know.
Judicial, legislative, or the ones you said, right?
Yeah.
What's the
third
that
one?
It starts with
E.
Executive.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Okay, no, I'm going to remind you that you're not supposed to help each other.
Right.
So you both get 0 points.
No, we both get 1.
No, you get 0 points.
No,
Neither of you got them all right.
Doesn't make a difference because it's still tied. So we're 1-1.
That's true. It doesn't make a difference. Well, no, that's accurate. Anyways. Next question. I know neither of you are going to get this.
We'll just say it, okay?
Who were the
That's
first
just
3 presidents of the United States?
George Washington. It's the first one.
Okay, Mitchell, what are the other 2?
You have to name them now. I can't help you. We're going to get yelled at. Shut up. Answer the question.
I don't know the other 2. I just know the first one.
Dude, I literally know all of them.
Okay,
well, then say it.
Every president ever.
Say it. I'm done.
George Washington.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
John Adams.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
And
Another very famous president.
very famous.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Abraham Lincoln? No, he was like the 14th.
Yeah.
No, it is...
Come on. I feel like you got it. He's on a coin. Pretty sure.
Is it a Roosevelt?
No.
Okay. Is it Thomas Edison?
That's not a president. That was close.
Jefferson.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Mo, I'll give you a point. You got it.
Yes. 2-1, bitch.
Mo's winning. It's actually 1-0.
2-1.
Whatever. It's 2-1. Please give me 2.
No. This one, I think you guys.
Edison,
this
bro.
is. I threw this one.
That was the fucking light bulb.
I think.
I threw this one in there because I know that both of you guys can answer it.
Okay.
What is the capital of your own state?
Madison.
You're supposed to raise your hand, but that's
Oh.
okay. All right, it's 1-1.
We're tied.
That's true.
Okay. Who invented electricity? Mitchell?
Thomas Edison.
No.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yes.
Boone Sam.
Mo's winning.
Dude,
2-1.
we were on that
Okay.
Thomas and Edison train. Thomas and Edison. I called him Thomas and Edison.
2 different people.
No, I said Thomason.
Thomas and Edison.
No, I literally called him Thomason.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Like, that
Anyways,
was his first name, Thomason. That's what I
We're
said.
halfway through the
I'm
quiz.
so sorry.
Whatever.
Just nobody else giggled at that. I thought that was
I
funny.
misunderstood you. What country gave the United States the Statue of Liberty? Of Liberty.
France.
That's
No.
correct.
Thank you.
How'd you know that?
Because I'm smart. I might
Okay.
not know how many states there are in the U.S., but...
Mo's winning. I think it's 3-1. That's okay, Mitchell.
Dude.
We don't have to keep track of score.
Right.
Okay, we'll
Honestly,
play for fun. I'm just saying. Okay, the next question. What century are we in right now?
21st.
She blurted.
She did blur it.
The
She blurred
21st
it.
century.
He blurted.
Okay, you guys both get a point.
Yes.
3 more questions. What are the 2 parts of Congress? These are people you vote for. You should know this. You should know. There's 2, like... Yeah. What's your guess? What's your guess, Mom?
You know, you said you raised your hand.
You did raise your hand.
Supreme Court?
No. This is the legislative branch. The one that you named earlier. There's 2 parts to it.
Like, what kind of parts?
There's 2 parts that people are a part of.
Is this whole thing U.S. history?
Is this about, like...
This one is, yeah.
Is this, like...
The rest of them are, yeah. These are just things that I think you should know about your government.
Thank you, Hannah, for... I don't know. I think you might just want to tell us.
Okay, I'll tell you. the House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate. The Senate and the House of Representatives.
Did you know that, or did you just look at your phone?
No, I knew that. I know that. Everybody knows that. Okay. Does that make sense? Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Okay. Good, because the next question is how many U.S.
Supreme
senators
Court
are
was
there?
Right, dude.
How many U.S. senators are there?
Probably a lot more than that, huh? 50?
More?
There's
Yes, there's more than 50.
Isn't it like 140 something?
How about 102? No, 100?
Yeah.
2 per state, dude.
2 per state. There's 2 senators per state.
I think you crushed it.
Be 104 in your eyes.
True, because there's 52 states.
Oh.
You go 104. 2 per,
She goes.
Mo goes 104. 2 per state.
I would say that.
Okay, this one I need to look up the answers for because I just gotta double check.
She doesn't even know the answers to one.
No, I do, but I just don't want to say that one of your answers is wrong.
Yeah, right.
Stop whispering about me in the mic. Okay. Name 3. This is something Mo learned recently. Name 3 of the original 13 colonies. Raise your hand.
Fuck, I don't remember a single one that she said.
If you think you can name 3 of the 13 colonies, raise your hand. Mo, go ahead.
South Carolina?
Yeah?
Oh, damn,
my
that was
God.
right.
I know.
That you're just pulling shit out of your ass.
I was. North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, fuck. This is crazy. Maryland? Dang.
Yeah, yeah.
Maryland felt right.
It's correct.
Thank you.
That is correct. I know we weren't keeping score, but I think Mo won.
That was it? That was all the questions?
That was 10 questions I had.
That's crazy.
You said that there was a few that were U.S. history.
No.
Not all of them.
I said there was a few that weren't. Those ones were who invented electricity. That was it.
That is history.
Well, it wasn't
history.
U.S. history. It was more of like a science question in my eyes.
I guess.
I didn't like that quiz.
I didn't like that
Yeah.
quiz.
But we're just really dumb.
You're not that dumb.
I don't know how I knew some of those. Some of those were straight up guesses. I think they all might have been.
What? Okay.
I'm gonna make you 3 shots right now. You take all of them.
What are you making it out of?
Something.
Oh, it's a lot.
Job.
What?
Drink up.
Drink up, Mitchell.
You do realize I have to drive to dinner and then drive up to my brother's, right?
Huh?
Dinner schminner.
True.
Hannah's been calling Mitchell Tootsie Roll.
Or Tootsie Pop.
Tootsie Pop as well. I think that's so funny.
Why do you call me that?
It just came out one time and then I just went with it.
It was hilarious.
It's like when I call people like, I don't know, I call people like muffin or blueberry muffin. Like, I don't know. It just, Tootsie Pop just came out of my mouth when I looked at you.
And it stuck.
Maybe you look like a Tootsie Pop.
Are you calling me fat?
No.
Dude, for real.
Tootsie Pops are literally so skinny.
Is that
The
a fat
stick?
joke?
Yeah, but they're shaped like a 2x4.
No, that's Tootsie Roll.
Oh, true.
Anyways. Mitchell, tell me your favorite thing about me.
I think that's
He's
the
speechless.
funniest shit I've ever heard. Dude, he's like, wait, what?
Give me a minute.
Are you thinking?
I'm just
or-
joking.
Wow.
Then say it.
Facts.
If you know what it is, then say it.
Come
Mitchell,
back to
what?
me.
What? Okay. Okay.
Mine
It's just a little bit
I
ridiculous.
just have to think. I have to compose my words.
Okay, fine.
You
I'll
do.
say my favorite thing about Mitchell, and then Mo, you'll say your favorite thing about Mitchell.
I love that.
Okay.
Are you gonna go?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. I was just taking a sip.
that's fine.
My favorite thing about Mitchell is when he's not bullying me, he's really funny and makes really good jokes. He's one of the funniest people I've ever met, but half of his humor is making fun of me specifically.
He's kind of a little bully.
But that's my favorite thing about you.
It's a funny bully.
It is. Absolutely.
But I also know that he has my back at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. You know, like, he's not going to go behind my back and be, like, talking shit. He's just going to say it to my face.
Mitchell would fight so many people for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he already has.
That's true.
So.
I love it when you just take over.
My favorite thing about Mitchell is that he's honest towards me, and he doesn't talk about my back.
Yeah, that's true.
Mitchell is like, yeah, because
there is some, like,
for real.
I do call you guys out on everything.
Oh yeah, without fail.
Without fail.
Yes.
Like, if you do some stupid shit.
But you're not going to go behind our back and be like, guess what Hannah and Mo did? They're so annoying.
No.
You would just say it to our face.
Yeah. So
you know,
that you don't have to go behind our back.
Right. So.
Mm-hmm. We thank you.
That's my favorite thing
about
Mitchell.
For being so
You
bold.
are very welcome.
He's a real one.
He is a real one.
Mo, what's your favorite thing about Mitchell?
My favorite thing about Mitchell is that I think that we're all young, don't get me wrong, but he makes me feel like I can act young. And, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's
so
kind of
silly
like,
and goofy.
He's such, like, a person that is very, it kind of, like, opens your eyes a little bit, I guess, in the sense of, like,
it's really not that serious.
Nothing's really that serious, and it'll all work out. So it's like, fuck it, just have a good time. He's that kind of person. In all the appropriate situations.
I feel like it took me a long time to get there, too.
Well, you're younger than us, and apparently we still don't have that, so. So, I think you're doing really good, because we've still not gotten there, I guess.
It's like, throughout, like, being best friends with Mo, there's never been, like, another person that just comes in and, like, gets along with all of, like, both of us, like, the same amount except for you.
Yeah.
Like, there's not anyone that we've ever been, like, you know.
Like this with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this is, like, its own little thing. Like, how me and Hannah's friendship, we always felt like it was, like, so unique.
It's like an unproblematic trio, and how often is that genuinely the case? Like, between, like, groups of threes of, like, best friends.
Threes is tough.
You know what I mean? It is tough.
Threes is tough.
But I think this is a situation where it works out really well.
Speaking of threes and a time that we weren't threes, can we talk about the Dells?
The Dells.
Wait, why was that transition?
I don't know. It didn't make any sense. I just thought of it. I was trying to...
I thought you were, like, talking about something specific that happened on that trip.
Dude, did you feel out of the loop?
Well, because you said, speaking of threes, can we talk about the Dells?
And speaking of threes, and when we weren't threes...
Yeah, she did say that.
That's exactly what I said. It was the dumbest transition, but I just
No, it was perfect.
Transition. She rolled with it.
I just...
Pass it down, bro.
Couldn't even believe...
I meant you could have some twos, but yeah, it was the dumbest fucking transition, let me tell you, but I did indeed say, speaking of the Dells, we weren't a three there. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about it.
I just kind of wanted to talk about how, like, that was with you and Alex, like, how you guys went in. Okay, so this might be the dumbest conversation.
No.
I'm a little bit so I can't really tell.
We'll cut that. She's sober.
It's legal down here, so it's fine. But I am a little...
No, go ahead.
I just can't really tell, like, the things that I'm saying, if it's, like, funny or not.
No, you're good.
Okay.
This is perfect.
Just ricochet, you guys.
Perfect.
Feel free to bounce off what I have to say.
No, go ahead.
We went to the Dells, the three of us, and then Alex, Hannah's boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And this was before they were, like, boyfriend-girlfriend.
Yeah.
And...
It was like that awkward, like, there was stuff that happened prior to it that made the beginning of it.
He friend-zoned me.
He did. He friend-zoned her, which is ridiculous.
I love him, but he friend-zoned me.
But he's the one who initiated the whole thing.
He did.
He was like, oh my god, Hannah, I love Hannah, Mo, set me up with Hannah. Like, I need to talk to her. Like, what's her number? Like, that was Alex. It's so ridiculous the way I just imitated him. Sorry.
He knew from the minute you walked in there.
For real.
Or Alex walked in, you were the one. Into Alaroma.
He did. That's how he acted. You were so serious for a minute. I was like this.
I was like, wow, that was deep.
It was so deep. But he did know.
But yeah, he did friend zone me. Because he thought he was gonna like get drafted to go to the war or whatever.
Dude, he's so done for that. He's so fucking
It was a valid reason, but I was really not having it.
The way Anna said get drafted to go to get drafted to go to the war. Like we're like literally in the middle of World War III.
Whoops.
You retard.
The gasp.
I can't.
It's okay. It's on my legs.
Okay.
Oh my god, you guys, my brain doesn't work.
Continue on with the story.
Sorry, yeah.
So he friend-zoned me. I love him, but this is what happened at the time. So then we were just friends or whatever. And this, like, we went to the Dells, us three and him, like, 3 days after he friend-zoned me. So it was, like, fresh. So we were, like, just friends.
Awkward.
So yeah.
And then me and Mitchell forced them to sleep in the same room together.
That was honestly cruel of us, but at the
We
same point,
swapped.
It was so cruel because I literally sat out in the living room and cried while Alex went to sleep. He was like, all right, good night. And I was like, fuck. They're in one room, he's in the other one, and I'm just out in the living room by myself
me
crying.
and Mo called the master bedroom.
We did!
But they knew what they were doing.
We had this premeditated.
And Alex was like, all right, good night. I'm going to take the other room. And I just hit the bed.
He didn't even, as a gentleman, say, would you like this other room? I'll sleep on the couch.
He didn't.
And there was a pull-down bed in the living room.
Or even, like, there was, like, a bunk on top. Like, because...
It was bunk beds.
It was a bunk bed, so, the top bed was open.
I think he was just trying to, like, avoid whatever was... But
he was so done, though. He was
it's fine. But then, yeah. Anyways, moving on. That is what happened. It was hella awkward. And Mitchell said it was cruel. It was cruel.
We knew what we were doing.
But it turned out okay.
Alex was hilarious that trip. He was like, fuck it, let's get drunk. And I love when people have that vibe.
Although, right before that was when he said, I'm not drinking.
He did.
No, he said he wasn't drinking because he went to the hospital.
Well, yeah, because he drank too much.
He went to the hospital and he had, like, kidney and liver problems.
Well, that sounds like a him problem.
But he
problem.
It wasn't because he drank too much, but the doctor told him not to drink.
But...
And he said, I'm not going to drink on this trip.
You were on his side. Me and Mo weren't. We said, Alex, we are going to get you drunk.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. Like, I can't.
He was so down, bro.
And then, after, like, fucking peer
being
pressure,
pick me?
what me and Mo do best...
Don't pressure him into drinking. The doctor said no.
You just trying to be wifey material?
Was that what I was being like?
Yeah!
Bit,
you were so wifey.
I don't remember.
We're like, guys, he cannot drink. Like, he literally just went to the hospital.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
You would go like this. I feel like you would go like this. You guys, he can't drink. He's gonna go to the hospital otherwise.
Winks.
You guys, the doctor told him not to.
Well, maybe I was just trying to be the voice of reason. Because, let's be honest, I'm always the voice of reason. No, because you two are always down to do whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And sometimes I gotta be like, you guys, we're not doing
I
that.
do think that you have to, like, wind us back in sometimes and be like, yeah, but, you know, that it does matter.
Like, out of the trio, like, if us three go out, me and Mo are, like, the psychotic ones that run off.
Absolutely.
And you're the one holding the leash.
And she hates it. That's why when we drink Bloody Marys and mimosas, she gets pissed.
No, I don't get pissed when no.
The volleyball game.
No,
We were really bad.
No. They came to watch my volleyball game, which was like a Saturday morning game. And I was in on this. I was like, you guys, pre-game, then come to the game. Like, have a mimosa, then come to the volleyball game. They took have a mimosa and then come to the volleyball game to another fucking level. When they came into the gym and I looked at Mo, her eyes were already glazed over. I was like, are you kidding? At first I was like, there was nothing wrong with this. I was like, this is so fun, whatever. Like, do your thing. You're just watching. After the game, they continued to drink, bitch. I took them to the store.
To get more alcohol.
Me and Alex took them, and we said, stay in the car. They were in the back seat. I said, stay in the car. They're like, okay, like, me and Alex, like, we're gonna go in, you know, buy what we need. I think it was, like, more alcohol and, like, a pizza or something.
Yeah, it was absolutely.
And we said, you guys just stay in the car. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We walk into Pick and Save, and me and Alex are in the alcohol department, like, looking around. I turn around, and all I see is both of them at the other end of the aisle staring back at me like they got caught. And I said, I told your ass to stay in the car. And they just started giggling, and they were so obnoxiously hammered in the middle of the store. And then they followed us around the store, like, dicking around the rest of the time.
You know why we totally came in? Was because we decided we wanted ice cream. And I think that we forgot to get ice cream. I don't think we have those. I seriously.
It was ridiculous. And then we went to my sister's cheer competition. They were even more blacked out. I think both of you were blacked out at that point because I asked you things about this and either of you were like, I don't remember that happening.
Can we play that game? Can you list things that happened?
Well, I'm just saying, like, I was holding Mo's hand and we were walking into this big convention center and she wouldn't stop talking. Like, to the point where I was like, Mo, like, just be quiet and we'll get in and it'll be fine. And
your parents were there, too.
Yeah, well, they don't give a fuck. My parents don't care.
They don't care.
They're not like your parents.
Right.
But Mo just wouldn't stop talking, like, to strangers and things. I would be like, Mo, we're going to play the quiet game. You can't talk until we get inside and seated. Just anything that you could, anything that came to your mind. And I was like, just trying to keep you quiet. And it was such a struggle. Then she blacked out after that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how that morning started.
Oh, please.
Well, so actually the night before, both me and Mo got hammered.
That's the thing about these two. This is the thing. This is my pet peeve about you two combined. Like, this about being around you two. It could be any important occasion. Any important occasion that is, like, the morning of, like, the next day. Like, we'll be having a sleepover and we have to wake up at 8 because we're going to this. Or we're going to that. Or we have this plan. Like, we have plans. You can't be getting blacked out the night before you have early morning plans. Every time. We'll literally be like, we're going to day drink tomorrow. So, like, get to bed early. Uh-huh. Mo and Mitchell will stay up the night before drinking and drinking and drinking anything they can find until 5 in the morning. And then they'll wake up at, like, whatever time we're supposed to wake up. It's like 9, 8 in the morning. So cranky and pissed off. And it makes me so mad. We'll literally wake up to go drink mimosas and go to something, and you guys are so hungover you can't even think about alcohol. And it's so frustrating because it's happened so many times.
It is a flaw. I will not sit
The
here
night
and argue.
I know you the night before my 21st birthday where I just wanted to drink at home with my friends all day, have a mimosa, and then go to the bar and get a little drunk. They stayed up until 5 in the fucking morning on my 21st birthday. And I woke them up at whatever time, and they were so pissed and cranky and unbearable to be around for like at least 3 hours. They threw up however many times. It's my 21st birthday.
We did not throw up.
I think I might
Yes,
have made
she
myself.
did. Yes, she did.
I didn't.
The first time she said they.
It took Mo like...
Yes, she did.
It
And I was about to admit it. Sorry.
It took them like 2 hours to work up the courage to go brush their teeth.
That was so foul.
It's true.
We would not get out of bed.
Probably not.
No. And then it was like 2 p.m. in the afternoon on my 21st birthday, and I was like, all right, let's have a mimosa. And they were like, ooh. And I was like, are you kidding? Are you kidding?
That was so accurate for a second. I went, oh my God.
And I was the only person who got drunk on my birthday. My 21st birthday, I was the only person.
It was a Monday.
That's not an excuse. Your excuse is not that it was a Monday. It was because you were hungover as fucking you.
I know.
Yeah, we didn't have to work that day.
We shouldn't have done that.
You should not have done that. And it wasn't the only time that you guys have done that.
We have done that multiple times.
Yeah.
But anyways,
we're working on it.
Going back to the volleyball game. No, we're not working on it.
Mitchell, shut up.
I'm just being honest.
Just being honest. Okay, what were you gonna say?
Such an honest man.
So, back to the volleyball game. The night before, me and Most, I think we stayed up to like 3.
Probably.
Maybe 4.
That's our problem. I just want to quick cut you off. Our problem is that Hannah is always the one that crashes early because she's responsible.
I had to play two volleyball games in the
okay,
morning.
but
and I also had to wake up way before you guys did.
Well, that's what I mean. You're either the responsible one or you have something going on. Mitchell and I, swear to God, I don't know why, we never had anything going on.
Me and Mo will look at each other and we'll just nod, and we know exactly what's going on.
We know that we're gonna stay up till 5 a.m. drinking and talking.
That wasn't even a time that I would consider like that you did that, because you guys were completely fine in the morning drinking.
Oh yeah.
Another time I would say that this happened is the time that we went golfing, because I know that happened. I went out to use the bathroom at like 4 a.m. and lights were on, drinks were in hand.
Maybe.
Yeah. So anyways, the night prior is like 3 or 4 a.m. that I have the video. Mo's like washing her face, like her hands are all over her face. And I said, okay, Mo, like what time are we waking up? And she goes, I'm waking up at 6:40. If you don't wake up at 6:43, I'm gonna come and kick your ass.
What time are you gonna wake me up?
I'll be up at 8:39. If you're up at 8:40, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass. Know this.
And the whole video is slurred.
No.
Couldn't understand a fucking word.
That is so
funny. I just had to say something super fast.
Yeah.
I remember the night that we went golfing early the next morning, the night that you guys stayed up really late drinking.
Yeah.
I told Mo I was going to wake her up at this time. It was like literally like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And I went in there to her room. And every time I wake Mo up, she looks
not a morning person, okay? Like
I punched her in the face. I'll go, Mo, knock, 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 Mo. Good morning. And I opened the door. And her gremlin ass just rises from her bed and looks at me like she doesn't know who I am. She's just so confused. And I remember you yelled at Bristol because you had an alarm set for like whatever time, and I think he like turned it off or something.
He always
did
like, that.
Bristol, what fucking time is it? I was like, it's 9 a.m. and you were like, another time that this happened was the night before Alex's baptism.
Yeah.
That was the night that you went to the Post Malone concert, and you didn't get home until like 2 hours before you had to wake up to go to the baptism.
God. That is so crazy.
But that part wasn't your fault. But I just love waking her up when, like, I know for a fact that she, like, really didn't get much sleep because I know what time she went to bed, and it was, like, 6 in the morning. And I'm waking her up at, like, 9.
Hannah knows too much about me is really the moral of the fucking
I already know
story.
what I'm getting myself into every time.
Right. I just think that when people wake me up, I am not a people person.
She always asks me what time it is, and I'll say it's 9 a.m. And she'll go, okay. She'll just lay back down.
Okay. It's crazy. Can you tell the story of the time?
I still haven't finished my story.
Go ahead then.
What were you literally talking about?
The volleyball game, how the morning started.
Continue.
Okay, sorry. Love you.
So,
Go.
the video of Mo slurring her words about what time she's going to wake me up.
Yeah.
And so that was the night before. Woke up like, 3-4 hours later.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah, I'm sorry, but we were ready to fucking go. Me and Mo were fucking ready to drink.
I didn't have any issues with you guys until after all things volleyball related were over.
About waking up early and like having a day drink again after drinking last night. Like me and Mo were
You don't have to apologize
fucking
for that.
ready.
Yeah, I was pumped.
We started in the morning with a fat fucking Bloody Mary.
Huge. We drank the whole thing.
Huge. And I at least half, if not 3/4 of the thing was vodka.
It was crazy.
It was so good.
Loaded up with that sriracha. Why did I say it like that? I don't know.
And then
Sriracha.
we had the bright idea
Right.
to DoorDash Dunkin'. But we also
That is a bright idea.
we had
genius.
We had Kahlua at the house.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit went hard.
That shit went hard. It was like the large Dunkin' cups.
Yeah.
Half of it was Kahlua.
We literally sucked it down so fast.
That's fine. You guys were great.
Dude.
At the volleyball game, you guys brought it.
We were,
We brought it.
We brought it.
We had, probably 3 or 4 mimosas at the house before we left.
Dude, we were like one of the only people in the stands. And all the parents loved us.
Yeah, you
We
guys were
brought
great.
3 water bottles
Full
filled
of
with mimosas
Bloodies.
and Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
And the coffee.
And
I think there's one of each.
Yeah.
We each had our own coffee, and then there was a Bloody Mary water bottle and a mimosa water bottle. And the coffees were half Kahlua. So it wasn't coffee. Don't get twisted. We don't drink regular coffee on a day like that. And we made signs.
That day was genuinely so fun. That was the last time I played volleyball before I tear my ACL.
I know, because the next tournament after that, we were also drunk, and then you tore your ACL, and we were like, what the fuck do we do now?
Yeah.
It was really bad.
I'm just
Not a
gonna
good day.
Call both me and Mo out on this, Hannah. Don't get mad.
Oh, fuck. Where's this going?
But when you called us, saying that like you tore your ACL.
I didn't say that. I didn't know that that's what happened. But
Well,
yeah.
or that you hurt yourself. Like you were on the phone crying.
You said that you hurt your knee.
I did.
Both me and Mo like giggled. We
I'm
go.
like, where's this going?
We go. What? We were just like laughing, and then you were like, "Oh shit, we gotta go."
Dude, because it was like, fuck, dude, this just got so much more serious.
I made the joke of we just got drunk for no reason.
Dude, you did.
I did say that.
He did say that.
Well, yeah. I mean,
But we were also then there for you, and it was kind of fun, like, helping you hobble around everywhere
thank you.
while we were drunk, yeah. Still had a pretty good... Remember, but we were supposed to go out that night. Adam was there.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I didn't end up going out.
No.
But I did give Mo my exact outfit I was going to wear to the bar because it was a themed night at the bar and my outfit was fire. I said,
amazing.
Mo, you have to wear it because it needs to be worn.
It was a really good outfit.
It was like a 90s theme, and my outfit in my head, like I knew what I was going to wear, and I had to have her wear it so that it at least got worn to the bar.
Yeah. It didn't look as good on me as it did
I'm going
on
to circle back to this because you still haven't said your favorite thing about us.
My favorite thing about you, Hannah. I just love how like caring you are,
her.
and can you shut the fuck up?
I was
Like,
literally
if
like this.
Like if I say something, me and Mo both have the reaction to each other of like we're gonna make a joke out of it.
Right.
Where like Hannah is the Hannah is the opposite. Where like like I can't think of an example, but just like you are so caring about it, and then I just think like taming like me and Mo down. I just think it's
Taming.
fun.
Taming like a
Really,
horse.
she really is. She's like.
Because it's true. I
It
literally.
is true.
If I was like the same level as you guys all the time, something would have happened to us.
A lot. We would have been arrested at least 4 times by now.
Yes.
But
Because
tonight,
every time they have an idea, it's like completely illegal. That's true though.
it doesn't ever really go well.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. Favorite thing about Mo? Yes. I think we have like so much fun together. Again, like our ideas are fucking illegal, but they are amazing.
It's true.
Where was I gonna go with that?
That's good right there.
I was going somewhere with it, but
good right there,
I just forgot.
It's okay. That's perfect. What you said. Love it.
Love it. Me and Mo FaceTime every day.
That's true.
You never call me.
What the fuck was that? You went like this. You never.
He literally
smack
did
in
a
the
180 with me and more so close we FaceTime every day. You never call me. It's horrible.
It was so fun. I can't even.
I didn't know I was supposed to call you.
Look at her. She's like, what the fuck? Sometimes, Hannah, this is so funny. This is just a me and you thing. Sometimes when I call you, I feel like, fuck, I should have just waited for her to call me. Because sometimes I'm like, she does not seem like she's in the best mood right now. And I feel like that happens more often than not when I call you. Because if I call you, sometimes I feel like it might catch you off guard. And you're not going to be in like the talkative mood. And so then I wait for you to call me. And I feel like those phone calls are always like, the energy's there.
I feel like I call you a lot.
You do. I'm just saying, there's obviously times that I call you first.
Yeah.
And, like, those times, I feel like
So you're
it's
saying
never...
you call and then you hang up and then you wait for me to call you?
No. I'm saying...
Like, what?
That's hilarious. No.
Like, that's why don't
So
you just call
the
me?
times...
Whoa, call me whenever you want. Don't think about it.
I know.
That's so foul.
I still call you whenever I want. I'm just saying. It's been a thought.
Can we talk about what you did when I called you the other day?
Sure, what did I do?
It was a week ago.
Okay.
I called Mo.
Okay. Tell us.
She declined it. FaceTime call.
Oh my god, is this when I was...
Yep.
Okay.
I FaceTimed Mo because I was at the mall
You're
and I was
scolded.
trying to decide. This is so girly. This is so stupid. I was trying to decide between two pairs of bedazzled bow earrings.
Okay, bro. You're supposed to do part. 2 pairs of
Every time you
bedazzled.
guys do that, I just don't want to tell my story anymore.
I'm sorry. We love you. I'll go grab us 2 Heinens. Want one?
No.
Well, I'm gonna grab one soon.
I'll zip it.
Please do.
She was at the mall, and I was being a naughty little girl.
at the mall
I was being naughty.
looking at earrings and I called her to help me choose between 2 pairs of earrings. I FaceTime her. Mo is not a person to decline a FaceTime. She will be in the shower doing whatever it is. She will still answer you. Unless she's not by her phone.
It's true.
She will never not answer FaceTime. Her declining my FaceTime, I was like, oh, hell no. Like, what is going on? I call her again. She declines me a second time. I get a text. That's like her trying to downplay like the fact that she
Just
declined me. She goes, I'm literally at a restaurant, bro. And I went, so? She's answered me in the shower, butt ass naked. Why are you not answering me at a restaurant? And I'm like, I would answer her at a restaurant. She would answer me at a restaurant. I know that like something's up.
Right.
She tells me what restaurant she's at. You know, it's in Vani, it's Schmitty's. And I'm like, we're talking about like something else at this point. And then I circle back to the fact that this bitch has, love her, no friends. I'm her only friend. Mitchell's her other only friend. She's not at Schmitty's with her family. She's not at Schmitty's with me. Who is she at Schmitty's with? I go, who are you at Schmitty's with? I knew who it was, but I just went, I had to call her because the realization came and I went, oh, okay. Who are you at Schmitty's with? She goes, who do you think?
I did say that. I did. All I said was, who do you
Her
think?
current ex-boyfriend. Miam. Not that I don't love Bristol. I love Bristol. But they're not supposed to be hanging out. Okay? They're broken up. They're taking their space from each other. And that does not include getting brunch. You know what I mean?
Not the brunch.
She keeps trying to downplay the fact that she's with Bristol the rest of the talk. She goes, I can't wait to tell you something so crazy Bristol did. I'm just going to call you later and tell you. I'm like, girl, we're not going to talk about the fact that you're with him, period. No. And that I knew something was up because you declined my FaceTime and I knew that something was up.
Did that happen before or after I FaceTimed you?
Before,
I think. I was sitting at the table when you called me.
Yeah. Because when she answered it, and I go, oh, hey, what's going on? And she just points the phone right at Bristol. And my face goes.
if this makes it onto the podcast,
Yeah.
I love you, Bristol.
There's
There's nothing
Bristol,
against
I do
you,
love you.
We all
but
love
there's
you.
that's not the situation.
It's not that we're talking shit. It's just like, it is
It's
true.
situation.
We know that
thing.
they're not supposed to be spending time together.
It's true, buddy. Love you.
True, buddy.
Sorry.
It's true.
But it is true. We're not supposed to be spending time together, and we keep doing that. So, I just want to say earlier, I said something, and I literally went, wow, that was so annoying how I said that. And Mitchell went, yeah, it was. And then the conversation carried on. And no one ever laughed or confronted the way that he said that to me.
I didn't hear that. I did not hear
I'll replay the clips. The way I said that was so annoying.
What made you decide to move down here? Or what? Like, when did you realize that you really, really wanted to do it? Like, just portraying.
Because seriously, I remember it exactly, and I know my face was like this.
Mitchell said, yeah, it was.
He went like this, yeah, it was. And then he started talking to you. I'm not even kidding. I was like, and the conversation just kept moving, so I couldn't stop it. I just had to move on.
That's so good.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked. But I'm gonna pause right here so that I can go grab a high noon. I'm thirsty.
I do have to pee.
Your girl thirsty.
She first.
Are we good?
We're good.
Okay, if you want to sip of this at all, you can have some.
Perfect.
Okay.
Because Hannah just spilled all my wine.
It's true, but
sorry.
Things happen. Oopsie.
Hannah
Poopsie.
is the one to spill shit.
Hannah loves to spill. She got hella limbs. They're so long, dude. Your limbs go crazy. Hannah, one time, this was never an insecurity of mine until I think it was my senior year of basketball. This
You
girl
should see the way I looked in my senior year. I looked like a praying mantis.
That's amazing. You said that, I pictured the praying mantis from The Bug's Life.
That's exactly what I looked like.
Perfect. I'll put a cute little ponytail on it, though. In my mind.
Yeah. No, my hair was always on point.
Exactly. I said that like an NPC.
Exactly.
Okay, anyways. I never had an insecurity about how long or short my arms are until my senior year of basketball, when my coach, during like our press, he moved me from my middle spot in like the center of the court to a different position and put a different girl at my middle spot because she had longer arms than I did. Even though, love her, but I think that I was faster, like genuinely. And I read the court a lot better. But then he moved her there because she had longer limbs than I did. And I was really offended by that. And ever since that day, I thought that my arms were really short and I had like an insecurity about it. Like, he unlocked like a new insecurity for me. And this one time, you said to me when we were at the gym, you said...
It was such a harmless comment.
It was so harmless. Like, literally nothing. She said not a word bad about me. All she said was something about my arms not being like long. It wasn't even mean at all. Like, whatsoever.
She was mad at me for like the rest of the week.
I was so pissed because it was like, how would she have known? I mean, I shouldn't have really held that against you, but at the same time, it was like, well, because how would you know? No. Short arms are my insecurity?
It's just, yeah.
What a random fucking thing.
No, I unlocked it, and she was like, that's actually a really big insecurity of mine. Dude, and I can't even believe that you said that.
And you were like, you were probably like this.
But like, I'm just... That really hurt my feelings. And I was like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry.
Well, right.
Like, I didn't, and she was mad for a long time.
But at this point in my life, I'm doing a lot better mentally. And I think that...
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
that I don't really care as much about that anymore. Because even if I'm like, yeah, maybe that is an insecurity, whatever. I can't do anything about that.
Right, no, absolutely not.
Get arm extensions.
The way I said I'm sorry.
She said, right, no, absolutely no.
Okay.
No, absolutely
we
not.
need to get to the story and then we need to close out before the sun
sets. I know. Okay, we have one more little story to tell. The camera quality is shit because now the lighting's bad, but
you can't have a podcast with us three and not tell this story.
We all three of us, 1, 2, 3, got kicked out of a group chat
at the same time.
At the exact same time. After we had only been friends with Mitchell for like,
anybody that knows this story that's watching.
No, this happened in like February or March.
No hate to anybody involved. It's just a funny story.
It is a funny story. It's not like shitting on anybody, but
no.
We are just
I'm shitting on someone.
Okay, but that's you. Okay, anyway, but continuing on. A lot of shitty things happened during this scenario, and I'm not going to sit here and say that we are 100% innocent because we never really are.
I am 100% innocent, though.
Hannah is. I'm guilty. Mitchell's guilty, okay?
Absolutely.
But not, like, as much as the certain person in the scenario thought that we were.
Yeah.
And she did come back and apologize, but also at the same time also still did kick us out of the group chat, and we stayed out.
She apologized?
No.
She apologized to me because she told me that she found out it was you.
Oh, okay.
Just tell the story.
But it doesn't matter.
Tell the story. Because I genuinely am involved in the story, but I didn't do anything in the story.
Are we name dropping?
You can name drop, I'll bleep.
Yeah, we'll bleep it. But you can just say her name.
Just call her want to hear bleeps in the podcast anyway
Yeah.
at some point. So,
But like, just try not to say it a whole lot.
Okay. So,
you can say
this was while we were working at Roma.
Yeah.
While we all worked together, I must say, there was a group chat of like people that had worked there, whatever. Me and Mitchell were not in this group chat
no.
whatsoever. Mo was in it because she had been working there a lot longer than us.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell that part of the story like very briefly.
I got. Oh, sorry.
The fuck?
I was just gonna say I got added because of somebody else that worked there.
Right.
Yeah, it was
prior.
Mo.
No.
No, it wasn't me that
No.
added you. It was.
Well, but total.
Yes, and then I remember they like talked about it in the group chat prior to adding you.
Like it was like a cult. Like, should we add Mitchell?
Yes, they like needed approval
This
from every person.
is a cult. This group chat was.
Okay, but I still am actually very good friends with a lot of the girls in this group chat.
I'm friends with some of them as well.
Well, right, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say you can't say that you weren't.
No. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, that's just the
Right.
case.
When I first started working at this restaurant, I got added to this group chat. So it existed before me as well. Which, I mean, whatever. All friends have group chats. It wasn't anything weird. Well, then I'm in it and I'm friends with all these girls. And then after like a couple of years, honestly, I think, of me being there and part of this group chat, then that's when I met Hannah. And then after that, we met Mitchell, whatever. And when I met Hannah, became really close with her. She started working at Ala Roma, and then she got added to the group chat. And then when Mitchell did, and we became friends with Mitchell, then he was added to the group chat as well.
I feel like we were added at the same time.
You might have been, but I don't know how far apart they were. If it
wasn't
was
ever
not.
something where me and Mitch were like, "Hey, really want to be in this group chat."
Well, no. Why would anybody think that?
But like, I think,
There were girls that did.
yes,
There were absolutely.
but like we were added and we were like, "Okay, I guess like
we
sounds
were like,
good."
me and Hannah were the people that like everyone would message in this group chat, and me and Hannah would just read it and not respond.
We would
to
never
anything.
respond to anything.
And I think when they would add people to the group chat, the moment that they realized there was people that weren't responding, they would kind of like be like, "Okay, should we get rid of them?" type of thing. And you know what? At the
we
same
would
time,
respond every now and then, but it wasn't
Right.
like
well, because I think that it was a little bit different in the sense of
it was
like
a big group chat.
it was big. There's a lot of people in there,
And
like
half the people I didn't know at least.
well, and some of
No,
them were people
literally.
that still like or didn't even work at the restaurant anymore.
Most of them were.
Yes, and so that's why it kind of became, I think, weird.
And
when
I only
the
knew them
two of
because
you-
when I started being friends with you, you took me
Right.
to hang out with them multiple times. So I had met
Because
like
I was
all of the
still-
people in the group chat, but Mitchell hadn't.
Right. So it was a lot different because I had introduced you to at least even the girls that were in the group chat that weren't working at Ala Roma.
Yeah.
But like you didn't probably know any of them
Yeah.
except for the few that still did work at Ala Roma.
Right.
So I think that that's where it became kind of a sticky situation. Well, then there's one girl who started
call
the group
her
chat.
Stacy.
We're just gonna bleep it.
No, we should just give her a name because she's
Okay.
a big part of this story.
That's true. Stacy it is. So Stacy started the group chat and she was kind of like that one like
the leader.
cutting that out. No. She was like friends with everybody that was in this group chat. So she was
Right.
never in a position like how we were, at times. And she was able to add and remove people. I think anybody can add, but I don't know if everyone can remove from a group chat.
Yeah.
And I think she was the one that like started the group chat or whatever. So like she had that power.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's the one that removed all three of us on the same day. And I forget exactly what the situation was.
I
You
remember.
forget exactly what the situation was.
Let me tell you the story.
I was trying to remember the details, but I think I remember now.
Yeah.
So
Where she started working.
this is
yeah.
so Stacy had no longer been working at the place that we work. She worked somewhere else. And it was a day that these two were working. Mo and Mitchell were working together, and I was at home. So I had no clue what was going on.
Right.
But this all happened while they were at work, so now you can tell the story.
We were bartending together.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Mo were bartending together, and Stacy ended up sending a message in this group chat, like pretty much right after she started working at this new place. And she said, "Hey, you guys that are still working at Ala Roma, if you want a different job, come work for me. I'm the new manager at this new place, and you guys will be working with me. It's a super fun environment. Like, I will get you hired immediately.
Basically advertising it.
And
to
trying
people.
to poach employees from El Roma to come up by her.
Which didn't
there's a side to it where it's like, oh, it's harmless. Like, she's just kind of inviting
100%.
you over.
There is.
But there's also, like, a business standpoint of, like,
That looks
you
so
are
bad.
stealing employees.
And it looks terrible.
Yeah.
And I have been a manager at a restaurant where that has, not the same exact situation, but something similar to that has happened before, and I've had to deal with it. So I'm like, okay, like, this is not okay.
Right.
So me and Mo were both, like, looking at the text message, and we're, like, talking back and forth, like, how does this look? Like, what should we do?
And then, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
And then our boss walked over, who we're also very good friends with. Like, everybody kind of is, just because he is a very social, talkative guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't even, like, we didn't, like, rat anything
He cares
out.
a lot about, like,
He does.
everything. You know
Everything.
what I mean? Like,
And he goes, oh, what are you guys looking at?
yeah.
And not even thinking about it, we both just were kind of like, oh, it's this text from Stacy in this group chat, whatever. And we kind of, like, said it out loud like it's a joke. I think that we giggled about it or whatever. Like, we weren't trying to be, like,
Look at what she
narcs.
sent. It was
Right.
just like, oh, this is, like, what
We
she
didn't,
said.
like, go out of our way and be
Yeah.
like, hey, when you have a minute, come over here. I want to
It's
show
so
you
dark.
this.
I think
And
we should
he
turn the light on.
pretty much, like,
I know.
looked
It's
over,
getting
like,
really dark. I feel like too dark. Or am I just making that up?
No, I know it is, but it's like, what are we supposed to do?
should I turn those lights on under the cabinet?
Maybe.
Let's
but
just play around with
It's
them.
just, like, really
See
dark.
which light works best. Pretty much, like, me and Mo were just, like, he asked us, like, oh, like, what are you guys looking at? We told him, like, oh, it's just a text message from Stacy, like, in this group chat. And he started, like, looking over both of our shoulders and reading it.
Yeah.
And and then he just, like, his face completely turned.
It was, like, beet red. I swear to God, he was so pissed.
Yeah.
Because he also, I'm just going to say, from, like, a boss manager standpoint, he's not had, I would say, and this isn't, like, me judging, it's just what he has said. He doesn't have the best experience with Stacy as a worker. And so he's always kind of, not that they've not gotten along, because he does get along with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, like, from that business side, he's not the biggest fan,
Right.
according to himself.
Yeah. So he sees the text message and he just starts, like, not, like, blowing up, but, like, he's
Going on.
beyond pissed.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, like, what's she doing? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, this is what the text message said.
And at that point, it's like your boss is pissed. What are you gonna do?
Right.
Stop
And
looking
it's
at my
like,
phone?
I'm not
Or are you
gonna,
supposed to,
like-
like, disagree with him in that scenario? Because
And
it does look bad.
Then he's like, send me a picture of that text message right now.
Yeah.
And what am I supposed to say?
No.
No, I'm not going to send it to you.
Right.
So I took a screenshot of it.
One of us did. I think it was you, maybe.
It was me that sent it to him.
Okay.
Absolutely. And honestly, I was on Johnny's side on that one because I can see the way where he would look at that text message and be like, she's after my employees.
Right.
And I
From
was
that.
Yeah, for sure.
standpoint, 100%.
And I was like, okay, like, here's a text message.
Right.
He ends up, like, sending or texting.
It's okay.
We'll bleep
Yeah.
that.
He ends up texting Stacy and saying, like, something along the lines of, why are you trying to, like, get my employees to come work for you? Like, I know the owner of, like, this new restaurant you're working at. I can get you, like, fired, like, immediately. Like, stop doing this, blah, blah, blah.
What baffles me, this is just crazy. So it's like, from the time that you and I were looking at that text message to the time that he then came over, saw it, whatever, and then supposedly sent this text to Stacy, I'm not kidding you. It had been, like, literally 5 minutes after Johnny read the phone.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even 5 minutes before I received a text from Stacy on my phone, because me and her do not, like, we definitely have had our ups and downs in our friendship, so I don't think that it was, like, anything, like, unexpected for her to assume that it was me who did that, you know?
Yeah.
So it was, like, understandable, but I was the one that received the text. She didn't even have your number.
And I was also in this group chat, so I had received the text from Stacy saying, like, if you want to work, like, here, like, these are all the pros, like, you guys should come work here. And then I'm at home, so I don't know any of this is happening at work. I have no clue that it's them that told Johnny or whatever.
Right.
So the next text after, like, she sent, like, hey, come work for me, basically. The next text from her is, does anybody want to tell me who's talking to Johnny right now?
Right.
Like, she got caught, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, something's going down, and I didn't know it was them. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So I'm texting Mo. I'm like, what's going on in the group chat, dude? Like,
right.
And then Mo told me it was them, and I was like, oh, shit.
Because I got a personal text from Stacy that said,
are you at work or something, right?
She said, yeah, it was something along those lines of, like, are you at work? And I knew what she meant by it, you know? And I don't remember if that was the exact text, whatever. But I did respond, and I was like, yeah, I am. But, like, I don't remember what I said. I don't know if I lied or not, but, like, how much could I have really lied about?
Right,
I don't
like
think
I mean, she found out it was you guys, period.
Well, right. And I honestly I can't imagine myself that I would, like, deny that.
No, yeah.
So I don't really remember what the conversation was. But I did receive a text, and then she asked me for your number, Mitchell.
Which I don't know why she would have to ask if he's in the group chat.
No, right. And that was confusing to me, too. But whatever. And then you got a text from her.
Explain the text.
Your text?
No.
From her?
The text that she sent you.
Let me just pull it up really quick.
That's hilarious. He said just one moment.
So, I mean, yes, I was the person that, all in all, sent it to Johnny, and...
It was him. He was the culprit.
Yes.
Technically.
And to be honest, I don't care. And I would do it again if she did it again.
Literally.
Right.
Literally don't care.
Like, be fucking for real.
No.
It was stupid.
And the way that she handled the situation, completely uncalled for.
Yeah. So why don't you just explain?
Granted, I know after the whole situation, we were a little immature about it.
Yeah, we could have done better.
We could have done
better. We'll
better.
talk about that in a minute.
But, anyways. Mm-hmm. So she sent me a text message saying, let's talk.
She was not happy.
And all I said was, there isn't much to talk about. Mo and I were standing at B11, and we both saw the text message at the same time. We were reading it. Johnny walks over and looks for himself and blew a gasket.
Which is true. Those are all true things. But it's honestly, it all just kind of, like, comes down to the point of, like, were you supposed to say no when he told you to send you a photo of, like, the text message that she sent? When at that point, it's now your job as well on the line.
Right.
And, like, that's your boss. You know what I mean? It just, like, it all looks bad on you then. And honestly, it's just, like, overall, me personally, they didn't give a shit about being kicked out of this group chat. But me personally, since I'd been in there for so long, a lot of those people in that group chat were my friends and were still my friends. And so I just felt like that wasn't her place to call the shots on whether or not I'm allowed to be in a group chat with my friends.
Yeah, I mean, she did. I was at home when I got kicked out of the group chat because she kicked all three of us out because she was like,
association.
These narcs.
Yeah,
are getting
exactly.
kicked out. And I didn't know what was going on, but then I got kicked out, and I thought it was so funny. Because I think I was the last of the three of us to get kicked out. Like, I think they kicked you two out, and then they were like, well, shit.
Hannah, too.
She's their best friend. She can't be in there either. And then I got kicked out.
Right.
It was so funny. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was expecting it, you know. But
it was funny, but it's like, those are people that I'm friends with to this day. And so it's just, like, annoying that she
It was a power trip for her.
It was.
Right.
But at the same time, I get it. Because it is like, yeah, okay, you're a part of that group chat as well. But it's like, that wasn't your decision to call the shots on whether or not they can be friends with me, if you're there or not. Mm-hmm. Or for me to be able to be friends with them, whether you're there or not. You know what I mean? And so that just, in my eyes, felt like a sudden, like, which is crazy too, because it's like, right after that, I was never invited to anything else ever again. Mm-hmm. Even though I was still friends with all those other girls. Yeah. And that, for me, just felt like, okay, the fuck? You know what I mean? It was like, wow, okay.
But it was also like, duh.
Well,
because
but not really.
No, but I'm saying, like, because she is
their leader.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm getting at.
Well, it's true.
And
whatever.
Pretty much, like, after I sent that little text message about our boss blowing a gasket, and she said, but she sent him the screenshot. And then she said, I really respected you. She went, and I'm just like, okay. She tried
to talk down to him.
She went on and on about how, like, I need to watch out, like, who I'm talking to. And
Basically
throwing
insinuating that we are shit friends. Me and Mo.
pretty much.
But, whatever.
And then she was saying how she really liked her job at Roma and how she was grateful that she had, like, the opportunity.
I think she only said all those things about Roma because she thought that Johnny would see her texting.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. And then she said, I sent that message to be nice to let people know that my work is hiring for hardworking people like you guys.
Whatever.
I never wanted to cause harm. She said, I also really liked you. I thought you were cool, funny, and mature for your age. But unfortunately, I can't continue to talk in that group chat that I thought I had my friends in without someone telling Johnny something. Please do better. That's all I ask.
Please do better.
Please do better.
Crazy. And
That's all I ask.
That's all she asks of you.
Because you care so much. She's God.
Right.
Stacey's God.
You have never 1 minute in your life been close with this person enough for her to say those things
and talk down to you like that.
Talk down to you like you're stupid and try to make you think that your friends, who are still clearly close friends to this day, are not good friends.
Right. I don't know. When I worked with her, yeah, we had like some funny moments. Like we laughed together. We had fun.
I did too in the beginning.
But it's like, yeah, I get that I was 18, 19 years old.
Right.
But you guys both know this. I don't take shit from anyone.
Fuck no.
She thought that you read the please do better, and you
went
were like, damn.
Fuck.
I'm gonna
I
go
gotta
reflect.
rethink my life. She's so done.
So I just said, we didn't mean for Johnny to see. He walked over, looked for himself, and told me over and over again to send it to him. What am I supposed to do in that situation?
It's true.
I walked away and came back to grab a drink, and he told me to send it again. You can honestly believe whatever the fuck you want, and I can't change that. I said, I enjoyed working with you and thought highly of you as you trained me, but for you to blow up like that when you didn't even hear our whole story, wow. And I honestly don't need to... I honestly don't need to do better. I'm doing great exactly how I am.
Dude, and it's... I want to touch on this because you mentioned it in that it was crazy to blow up the way that you did. Because she did kick us all out of the group chat before even hearing our side. Mm-hmm. So that's another thing. But I'm not going to also sit here and say that I'm innocent of the text message thing. Because I did send her a big old fucking text message that I crafted up at work. That Johnny yelled at me for being on my phone for so long for. Love you, Johnny. And that text was not a very nice text. But I indeed meant everything that I said in the text.
You did.
But it really should have been like one of
you.
You did. But it really should have been one of those situations where it's kind of like, okay.
And I sent this to Mo the other day, but like, I feel like it wasn't too long after this situation occurred. Because I found it in my old texts. But like, there was one random day.
Yeah.
And I had Stacy's phone number for something else. Like, because I was in the group chat or whatever.
Right.
And she had texted me out of nowhere. Me and this girl do not talk.
Ever.
We don't text back and forth. Just a random text from her. Hey, can you FaceTime me when you get a second?
What the fuck?
And I went, what the because of like after all of this happened, I'm like, is she gonna ask me to FaceTime her for her to sit there and lecture me about something?
Right.
Like, I don't even know what I did.
Would.
I don't know what this FaceTime was supposed to be about, but I literally never answered it. I never FaceTimed her because I'm like, knowing how you talk down to people, I don't want to like FaceTime you and then just be stuck in this conversation. And it could have been something small. I genuinely don't know what it was, but in my mind, I was like, it was after all of this happened.
Right.
So it's not like any of us were friends with her remotely anymore.
Well,
so the fact where she was like, hey, can you FaceTime me? Like, we're friends. Like, hey, can you FaceTime me?
Anyway, we went home and made a TikTok about it. And then we did get a little...
I made a TikTok.
The best TikTok of our lives.
Me. It was... I crafted it. I scripted it. I organized it. I edited it. And I wasn't even involved in the situation. I just thought it was so hilarious.
She posted
the way that I
public.
Didn't know what was going on, then got removed from the group chat. I was all down for the jokes we were going to make about it.
Right.
Especially after I heard what really happened. I thought it was even more funny. I said, let's make a TikTok. I'm pretty sure Stacy's sister commented on the TikTok.
And said, ew!
But she deleted it.
Because
Stacey
made her. That's what I was told.
I don't care if she would have commented ew. Anyways, I would have thought it was even more funny.
Right.
But it was a funny TikTok. And I think that how childish this situation was handled, my TikTok was valid.
It was.
I don't regret it. I don't think it was childish. I don't think it was stupid. And everybody shit on me for it. I don't care.
Yelled at us and said that was very childish of us.
But I just genuinely don't care. You know, it was funny.
What else?
Go look on my TikTok if you want to find it. I'll pin it.
The audio on TikTok for this video got deleted, so I'm just like doing a quick voiceover. It was like a screaming, crying, whatever. It was hilarious, but anyway, if you've made it this far in this long ass episode of our podcast, thank you and we love you. So anyway, bye.
Let her pin it.
Although I did have to say, thought the whole thing was fucking funny.
He did.
It
He
was
did.
like
because it was funny.
it was.
It was really
hilarious.
I think he was the only one that like didn't think like or that wasn't like just on side or Stacy's side, whatever.
I'm gonna bleep this name because I can't give her a name without you guys knowing who it is. When I saw her for the first time after all of this went down, it was months. It had been months, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And her and I, we like talked a little bit about it. We didn't touch on it much because she is the kind of person where she's just gonna kind of like doesn't want to deal with it, let it slide type of thing because like it's not her problem. And I love her for that. She's very unproblematic. But she did like she mentioned something to me saying that like she just absolutely didn't care about any of it. Well, she didn't like. She's not the one. She's not gonna.
Could have cared,
and that's
because
kind of what I'm
nobody
getting
else
at.
was involved.
No, it was one person against two, and then made it three other people. 1, 2, 3. Like, but it was like
it wasn't
so
a situation
blown up.
that revolved everyone even remotely. Mm-mm. So anyone that wasn't involved, of course they didn't care because it was stupid and they weren't involved.
Right. But anyway, that's one of the stories that apply to why our podcast is called.
And who
Group
knows
Chat.
if that'll even make it in?
Mm-hmm.
We'll decide later.
We'll decide all this
It
stuff.
should make it
but
in.
overall, parts of this that do make it in, this is a part of the reason why it's called Group Chat Podcast because
We get kicked out of group chats.
we can't last. And you know what?
Call
us guilty.
We can't last.
Call us guilty. We can't hang or whatever. But
The only group chat that has lasted is
1, 2, 3.
yeah. So Mitchell is obviously going to be a recurring guest when we get the pleasure to be in his presence. Now that he moved away. However,
Someone's phone is ringing.
Dude, my dad. Hello.
What are you doing?
Dude, we're literally recording.
I'm podcasting.
What are you podcasting? Oh, your little show?
Dude, we're
My
live.
little show. Yeah. I'm with Mitchell and Mo.
Hey, Mitchell and Mo, how you doing?
So good. How are you, Mike?
I'm with Nicoma.
Hi, Nicoma.
Dude, so many M's.
Can I call you back in like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Okay, love you. Bye. Okay.
Okay, let's wrap it up real quick now that that's out of the way.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Group Chat Podcast with our sweet best friend Mitchell and our very first guest.
I'm so excited. I'm so happy. And I cannot, honestly, every single time we record another podcast episode, this is the second one. I don't think this is going to be live second, but like, this is the second one that we recorded.
Mm-hmm.
So, but regardless, I get more excited for the next time that we get to record.
Mm-hmm.
And we loved having Mitchell on. And we can't wait to have Mitchell on again.
And we're now going to go get drunk and go to dinner.
Yay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Bye,
Thank you for
everybody.
coming. Thanks for watching.
Say bye, Mitchell.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
See you next time.
1, 2, 3, let's go.